Hey, Jimmy Cuffin stuff. Oh man, we got a family favorite again for you today, okay? It's Mother's Day. It's a beautiful spring day out in Carolina. We're gonna do a seafood boil, what we call in South Carolina a low country boil or frogmore stew. So I'm gonna show you how to put this together. Now there's nothing in this that you can't buy at the grocery store, all right? So I'm gonna put it together. You can do this on the stove in the house. You can do it all the way up to a 120 quart pot like this. And we're gonna show you how to put it together. So hang tight. Okay, it's time to get this cook underway. There we go. See what a fire looks like? Ah, yeah. All right. We got her turned up. We're gonna get it to a rolling boil, and when we do, we're gonna bring you back. Okay, well, we got a nice rolling boil going here. Let's put on our spices first. This is Old Bay. I'm gonna dump 2 containers. This is a pretty good sized pot. All right. I'm also to that. This is a couple of boxes of, this is Zatarain's. This is a net bag with a bunch of spices in it. And they've changed this. This is actually now plastic bags. So let's just tear it open and dump all that in. I don't want to dump that plastic in. So there we go. All right, last but not least. All right. One of my favorites, this is Uncle Steve's, this is Gator Shake, all right? This, I'm gonna dump just about half a bottle. Now, Gator Shake has got a good citrus pop to it. Now, I'm gonna let this go a good 10 minutes or so, and just let it roll, let all those flavors meld together, and then we're gonna bring you back. All right, we've let that roll about 10 minutes. It should be good and mixed up. Next, I've got some lemons. I'm gonna squeeze a little bit and just drop them in there. I want that citrus in the water. The acid in the lemons helps the shrimp to peel and gives it a heck of a flavor. Again, straight from the grocery store. Nothing exotic you can't find. Now this is 8 or 10 lemons that I've halved. This is a 120 quart pot, so it takes a little more, and I am feeding a bunch of folks, so. Get my lemons in. And they just gonna cook the pieces down in there, and that's fine. All right, next, I've got about 4 white onions and 4 or 5 cloves of garlic. I'm gonna go on and dump the onions and the garlic in there. Let's stir this up. All right. And we're gonna let that go about 10 minutes or so. Okay. 10 minutes on the citrus, the onions, and the garlic. Next, red potatoes. That's 2 small bags of red potatoes. Dump them in. All right. Put the lid back on it. 10 more minutes. Okay. Another 10 minutes on the potatoes. Next, sausage. This is probably 6 pounds of andouille sausage. Put him in. 10 more minutes. Okay, another 10 minutes. We've let that sausage roll for 10. All right, this is the little small ears of corn, and they're frozen. So this is gonna really drop my water temp, which is fine with me. And I'll tell you why. Because that's gonna start to let this soak as the temp comes back up. You stir it up good. All right, lid back on. Now I'm gonna watch the temp. I'm watching it on this thermometer. I'm gonna watch it back up. When it gets back up to boiling, I'm gonna let it go a good 10 minutes. I'll bring you back. All right. We let that roll for about 10 minutes. Now it's time to get serious. This is 5 pounds of Gulf Coast shrimp, okay? This is pretty much thawed. It's still gonna drop the temp. I need to stir it up. I'm gonna let this go for a couple of minutes. Now, that's not the only seafood that I'm gonna add. I'm gonna also add crab legs. So I'm gonna let that start to roll, and then I'll bring you back when I put the crab legs in. All right, we've let it come back to a rolling boil. 2 minutes. I'm gonna pour this in, and I'm gonna turn the fire off. Make sure that everything is down in the pot. We're gonna start watching the temperature, and I'm gonna start cooling this pot down. All right, so the easiest way I know to start cooling this pot down is just water on the side. My water is at 195, and I'm gonna start cooling her down with this water. And I can see her, she's already dropping. Okay, well, you see we've got her below 160. There's our pot right there. All right, the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna let this soak for about 30 minutes, and when it's time to pull it, I'll bring you back. Okay, we've let this soak 30 minutes. Oh yeah, that's looking good. the top off. I'm gonna just stir this just a little bit. And we still got the probe in. We're about 152 on the water. We can turn this off. And we got it stirred up good. Now, I'm not going to show you this, but normally what we do is we'll take it inside, spread it out on butcher paper on the counter, and everybody starts picking. I'm going to take this little hook and I'm going to let this drain for a few minutes. So I'm staring at all of this. It sure is hard not to get in it, and it's hot, hot, hot. That's okay. Now, with the time I cooked, you see how that just pulled out? Let's try the flavor. Tender as it can be. It's cooked perfect. Let me find a little bite of sausage here. There we go. Let's try it. Oh yeah. Perfect. All right, I'm not gonna get into the corn or the crab legs or the rest of it. I'm gonna take it inside, pour it out, and chow down. Hey, listen, I appreciate you sticking around, watching us put this together. This is nothing you can't do from the grocery store. Pretty much every grocery store you go in has got some kind of seafood and whatnot. You can cook it like this. Do it in your kitchen, do it outside. Buy you a pot, it doesn't have to be this huge. Man, this is good stuff. This is one of the things when the family gets together that we do. It feeds a lot of people. So, hey, again, thanks for sticking around. If you hadn't already, how about hit the circle on this side, subscribe. Hey, hit me a like, share it. I'll have just you a video down here, not for anybody else. Neither will cost you a dime. I'd appreciate it. So until next time, hey, hang tight.